Welcome to Revlog. The band is back together.
Yay!
The last couple of weeks we have been separate.
Yes, we have. Various
The
combinations.
one constant.
It was BR. That's right.
The one.
He was.
the
It's
glue.
because I don't have anything else to do. Y'all actually have lives, and I'm just here at the table.
For which we are always grateful.
But I'm glad we're better when we're together.
Oh man, that's so catchy.
It is.
Sounds familiar.
Brand of that. Stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned.
That's right. It's coming soon. But I'm glad to be back with you guys. It's good. And this is a good text for us to jump back into.
Yeah.
So we have two today. We're in Job 38, 1 through 7, and Job 40, 1 through 5. Bryan, you want to kick this off for
Yeah.
us? So what did you hear as you were reading?
Well,
for this?
Job has been chomping at the bit to get an audience with God.
Amen.
Right.
And as always happens, God is more than you bargained for.
Yeah.
You know, he thought, if I could just, and it just completely upends everything he had ever expected. And it reminds me of Thomas. If I could just see,
right. That's good.
then I would be able to exercise my power of reason. And the Lord appears, and all he can say is, my Lord and my God.
Yeah.
And he didn't even, some scholars say Thomas didn't even need to touch him.
Right.
Because everything else was just blown away.
Yeah.
Thomas's entire way of perceiving the world had just been altered at that moment. And it seems to me that that's what's happening with Job.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's beautiful. Aaron?
So, do you ever struggle with the God's response in that? What was his tone of voice?
I do hear, and I'm conditioned to
Right.
hear The Wizard of Oz. No, it's
That's
awful.
not where you were going.
That's not where I was going.
Awful.
But yeah, okay.
That's where I am.
Well, and is God sarcastic? Because he's asking Job these questions to kind of, put him in his place, or, and again, reading this with a modern context, you're not, after Job's had 37 chapters to kind of lay everything out and his friends help him out, God's like, okay, all right, here I am in the storm, where were you? And I think what I recognize is my modern ears as I hear that, I guess modern in 1938 would have been
and
Wizard of Oz. That's fair.
It was the world of tomorrow. But I'll tell you this, that is completely fluff, because it is, in that instance, it was somebody trying to obscure the reality.
Right.
Don't, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. God is not trying to obscure anything. And in fact, he's trying to withhold as much as possible, because he would overrun Job.
I love that, because I think that is exactly marrying with what you said earlier, in that it's never what you bargained for.
Yeah.
As prepared as you think you are to meet with the Almighty,
You aren't.
You are not. And you will be overwhelmed. And
Moses on the mountain.
Yeah.
Just let me see your,
Yeah.
God said, I don't want you dead yet.
Yeah,
I'll let
right.
you see.
yeah. Well,
my back.
It's funny that you also say behind the curtain, because I feel like God gives a little bit away here, and this has always been one of my life verses. The ending of that, where were you when the morning stars sang at creation? That God kind of let us in on the on that miracle of creation when He breathed existence into the universe.
Yes. Yeah.
He had a soundtrack going on. That's how I've always couched this verse when I tell people that how important music is. That God was had headphones on and was I know it's I'm putting a 21st
It's a
century.
little anachronistic, but
But
whatever.
I just that he talks about measuring the foundations of the earth and forming all these things, like he had draft plans, and I love the imagery that God uses.
Absolutely.
And in that he says, there was worship happening while I was creating. And you weren't there. And let's be clear, you weren't there.
all that preceded you.
Yeah, and Job's response is, and rightly so.
Man, y'all are right on today. Well done today. Bryan, what question did you have with this text?
Well, how much should I be reflecting on what I'm asking of God? Job is asking. He's got a plan, but there seems to be a lack of reflection. And again, far be it for me to find fault with Job. I mean, he's suffering. Who can blame him? But even at that, a little self-reflection. What if God is other than I'm thinking that He is? Might have softened him a little bit to receive God with a little bit more, a little bit less brittleness than he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Aaron, what question came for you?
So I think this is where the Christology of Job kind of falls down a little bit, and because you see a lot of Christ-like pattern in Job and the suffering, and there's much parallel where Christ says, remove this from me, but I want what you want. Mm-hmm. That Job, I don't know that he ever really gets there, and I'm not sure based on Job's response here and then next week. What was he really asking? Your question is, you can't find fault with him because when you're in the middle of that storm, and again, that's the difference of Christ. That is the difference that he was fully aware of what was before him and why.
Yeah.
Job is asking these questions. He doesn't know why, and his suffering is absolutely real.
Yes, it is.
But when confronted with God, all of a sudden, what was I asking?
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
And so I guess, when I'm asking, when I'm pleading, when I'm just really feeling like I'm suffering, what is it that I'm really expecting of God?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that I really need from God? And am I prepared to meet with Him?
Yeah.
That's
good.
Yeah, those are great. I think y'all hit the nail on the head today. Yeah.
You bet.
Well done.
Because I'm jamming with Jesus. I mean, man, are you right? I mean, what was that soundtrack?
If you have any ideas of what that soundtrack would have been, we'd love for you to come.
Friends or friends forever.
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
List the hymns you think God might have been listening to when He created the world.
That's good.
If you would comment below.